Alright, green-white Explorer. So the core of this deck is just, you know, the Wildgrowth Walker, Jadelight Branchwalker Explorer package. We have 2 copies of the Shadowed Caravel here, which gets bigger every time a creature you control explores. And we also have Path of Discovery here, which can be very good with things like Tristani Discordant as well. One thing that might be worth noting is there are only 2 copies of Carnage Tyrant in the 75, which I think if you're playing a green-white deck that can afford to cast it, usually you want 3 to 4 of that card, but let's see how this goes to start. Usually I like to play games with things almost card for card, unless there's something super glaring. No, vehicles are not creatures when they enter play. Ship could be, so Ship and Carnage Tyrant do different things. So while Ship might be medium, I think replacing it with Carnage Tyrant doesn't necessarily make sense. How often do you think your opponents check your streams during your matches? I don't know. I think people ghost a lot less than most people think people ghost, especially on Magic Arena when we're just like playing for, you know, we're playing Magic to play Magic, not to earn prizes. I think I definitely got ghosted a lot more during like the Magic Online competitive leagues than I do playing here on Arena. We actually broke 9,000 viewers. Land. Ding, ding, ding. Not the green source I wanted for Christmas, but beggars can't be choosers. Tell the story about the doofus that got mad when you changed their mana to make it better. I think that's the only... Hey, Thundering Bumpkin, thanks for re-upping that sub. Welcome back. I appreciate it. I think that's the only time in recent memory that I've had to refund someone's donation deck. Had someone get very upset that I made edits to their deck when it was awkward. This matchup's probably rancid for us. I had someone submit a modern deck that had a bunch of colorless lands in it and only 5 red sources in the mana base. But the core of the deck was really sweet, so I was like, yeah, I'll take this. I just assumed they'd be okay with me fixing the mana base, because most people are fine when I fix their cluster of a mana base. It was the red-white Loxobots deck, actually. I'm actually going to go ahead and concede here. We're pretty dead. You know, we don't have any sweepers. We don't have a way to interact with them drawing a bunch of cards. It was really sweet. So I wasn't, like, super upset because, like, we got a sweet deck out of it. But I'm actually going to go ahead and just go to the next one here. Yeah, the Loxobots deck was very impressive. We actually had someone else donate to run it back, so I don't consider it a huge waste. It was just really annoying. The Elves deck is really sweet, and it's very good against things like what we're playing here. So what kind of deck does this stack up well against? I'd imagine this deck lines up very well against the decks that don't want to see Wildgrowth Walker. So decks that are aggressive will tend to be good matchups for this. We have the potential to be able to outgrind other mid-range decks with things like Vivien as well. But linear combo decks that demand interaction aren't going to be good matchups for us. And Elves is basically a linear combo deck. Furious Squirrel. Can you use this to do a Bant March of the Multitudes build around? Yes, definitely. Any other details or just Bant with March of the Multitudes in it? Let me know. Okay, so I get to go Wildgrowth Walker into Llanowar Elves here. Looks like they're playing green-red Dino Frenzy. This is another deck I am super excited to play with in the new format. So, Path of Discovery is about to go absolutely absurd next turn. Just get to go like this stacks with the other explorers. So this will triple explore and this will double explore. Alex Bertensini ain't got nothing on us. Oh, I wanted my health. I wanted my health. What happened to the blue-black Pirates list? Yeah, that can stay right there. The Pirates list is a great deck. I played at the Invitational. The Pirates list does, in fact, play Thought Erasure and Thief of Sanity. This stream, something you need to keep in mind is that the decks that I play on this stream are in no way indicative of decks I like, decks I dislike, or decks I think are good or bad in Standard or Magic in general. I play the decks that people submit to me to be played. So this will trigger itself, right? It's Dees. Memorial to Glory with this is kind of funny, because these tokens will explore here too. Yeah, deal. Yeah, for the right price, you can get some Lantern Leagues. It just costs way more for those. Yeah, did I want to Tribunal the Experimental Frenzy? Yeah, it's probably supposed to Tribunal the Frenzy here, right? Yeah, it's probably a mistake. So I do this, crack this, and then I can play Conclave Tribunal afterwards. Who wins this match that goes long? I don't know. We're about to gain infinite, though. We can deck them if we let them keep the frenzy. I don't know about that. Maybe. The vehicle does not explore when we crew it, so it does not count as entering the battlefield. It's just becoming a creature. It's not re-entering the battlefield as a creature. We don't actually... This deck actually doesn't have March in it, which is an interesting decision, I think. Alright. My opponent and I are both going on safaris. This is, I think the health totals are going in the wrong direction. The old 45 health mirror match. Nice, Banefire. Good luck killing us with that one. Who wants to play this game on the phone? Anybody? No? They're supposed to bot bin this, right? I guess if I don't draw a creature, they could kill my second Wildgrowth Walker. I shouldn't even do this, right? I should hold this in case they draw another Experimental Frenzy. Yeah, I think so. I think I have the board jammed up for now. Like, my deck has the potential for my walkers to get much bigger than their walkers. Because every creature I play explores at this point. Woo! Found a piece of candy! Triggers. Bada bing, bada boom. Elevator going up. Imagine, yeah, multiple paths to stack. Yeah, I think I'm just holding tight until these Wildgrowth Walkers turn into, like, the Abyss. Should I have binned this? I think maybe I should have binned this. This is actually incredibly small on this board. I guess they decided their time was more valuable than that. God bless. Can't say I blame them. I don't know that we were guaranteed to win that, but I've got mad respect for them valuing their time there. Do I want this shit? This might actually be okay here. Because, like, it's basically another Wildgrowth Walker that gets bigger, right? Congrats on the new place. Been enjoying being part of the channel for this long. Thanks for the 4 months, Zach. I appreciate it. Welcome back. What do I cut? I feel like I've just got too much stuff that's reasonable. Maybe I don't want the Ixalan's bindings. Actually, the bindings are probably better than the tribunals. This is 9 ways to kill. History's always good enough. I agree with that assessment. I'm gonna trim these. Let's try this. What about Bugler in this deck? That's an interesting question. It does hit a pretty significant portion of what we have going on, right? I actually think Shalai's really good in this matchup because Shalai flies over the top. Shalai lets us break board stalls. Watching you and knowing to just concede when I stop having fun in a game has made this so much more fun for me playing Magic on the internet. Yes. Enjoy. Play your games to have fun. Stream title. Didn't I do the stream title? It doesn't always update for you, but I do also forget sometimes. Now, the stream title's good. And I have a turn 3 Vivien here, but I don't have a good way to protect it. So if they have an Explorer to follow up this Wildgrowth Walker, I probably can't play Vivien. Resplendent Angel could be good too. I could definitely see that one. I'm gonna leave that there to tag an Experimental Frenzy with. Yes, Shalai makes our board bigger every single turn that it's stalled as well. Settle them to the Shadow Realm. Do this.
Welcome to me.
So she probably lives a turn. I think I keep Wildgrowth Walker because if Shalai gets to plus again next turn, I get to Plague Walker and explore with it, which would be ideal. They could have Banefire or a removal spell here to kill Shalai, and that could be bad for me. But like if they attack with everything as is, my Llanowar Elf trades with their Branchwalker, and then Shalai takes 3 or 4. If they have an Explorer creature, sorry, Vivien. We were talking about Shalai. I'm talking about Vivien. Sorry. If they have an Explorer creature, Llanowar Elf. All right, never mind. It's dead. We were talking about Shalai, and then I played this. And we were still talking about Shalai. So yeah, Vivien. But Vivien is dead. She's dead, Jim.
Now we're getting started.
Maybe, I don't know, I have this Settle the Wreckage, so like, yeah, I'd much rather binding this. I think I'm just gonna go, well, they didn't play the card. I don't want to settle them here. I didn't know you had themed tokens. Yeah, we've got a ton of sweet stuff on the merch site. We have tokens, stickers, all sorts of fantastic stuff. Playmats. Feel like using my health total as a resource is pretty reasonable here. It's my favorite card from the new set. Carnival Carnage is pretty sweet.
I've seen things that would.
But I'm also a pretty big fan of things that have flash, so the new Mystic Snake's kind of awesome also. What do I like most for Modern? I don't know that I really love anything in the new set for Modern specifically. Modern's pretty fast and brutal. Am I dead? Alright, so I need to hit a Jadelight Ranger here so I can not die to this. Now they have Llanowar Elves. Oh, I can field them. Good call. Hey, MB, thank you very much for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that one, actually. The Salamander Drake is really good. So I don't want to Shalai because Shalai just dies and then I'm going to be in trouble on board. So I want to shuffle their deck and then play Tristani here because Tristani gives me a bunch of chump blockers. I basically just need to survive until I can find something that explores, because once I find something that explores, these Wildgrowth Walkers are going to put this game out of range for me, hopefully. So hoping to dodge Banefires and fight with fires here. I agree, Matt. 10 out of 10 agree. We're also, like, slowly ticking up towards Vivien Ultimate here, which is A+ for us. Spawn of Mayhem. Spawn of Mayhem looks powerful, too. I'm excited about the split cards more than anything, I think, though. I'm going to be a little greedy and double block here.
You can't stop nature.
Perfect. This probably puts the game out of reach. It's going to gain 12. So Vivien's ready to ult. We gain 12. Yep. Feels good. I felt pretty reasonable. Let's play one more with the starting list, and then maybe we'll think about things like Bugler or the 3/3 Angel before we play the last couple. When Wildgrowth Walker is good, it is great. Very, very potent card. Seems reasonable. That's great. Yeah, so we get to go turn 2 Walker plus tap land, turn 3 Jadelight. Snap it off. Fantastical. If I hit the land naturally next turn, I might Path of Discovery before I Jadelight. Captain Lannery Storm. Oh, wow. Do they have a... Oh, my God. I'm dumb. I didn't read their card. Yep. Alright. I get it. Streamer made an oopsie. My head went to, oh, they're just making a treasure. Gracie Face Funky Punch with the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome. It definitely looks like they're playing a Ruinous Blast deck, which is sweet. We're sitting kind of pretty here, though. Don't spell pierce me. Stop it. Stop it. God, that's rude.
Most
Woof.
wounds can heal.
Well, we were gonna be in a good spot. Now we, woof. All right. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Well, that went downhill exceptionally fast. That could have gone better for the home team. Untapped land here so I can go Path into Walker. Koda's deck is sweet. It's so crazy that, like, we're at the end of this format and they're still just like, oh, that's a neat combination of cards I haven't seen before. I'm actually gonna bin that. Because next turn I have 6 mana worth of plays.
You need to take a timeout.
A lot of good stuff over there. The Vanguard or Rekindling Phoenix makes me think they're not actually playing. I'm gonna hold on to this so I can play it post Wildgrowth Walker. I'm taking a lot in this combat step.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Yeah, these two cards are weird inclusions with Ruinous Blast. Oh gosh, they get to mentor the Llanowar Storm here too. So, if I double block here, they can crack this to trample for 1, and then I take 8, 9, 12 and go to 1. And then I'm gonna play Jadelight. I'm gonna play Jadelight. Oh, he didn't give a trample. I gave this trample, right? And then I'm gonna play Jadelight and gain 9 next turn. So they don't have a counterspell. This Jadelight gains 9. Oh, and this gains 3 too. Oh, that's great. And then next turn, the Memorial to Glory gains 6. And I cast Conclave Tribunal. I don't think the path is good enough. Thank you if you ever read this. What's going on, Totos? Yeah, I think we're like, I punted hard with my block. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They found our greatest weakness. The Tecatliana God. Wow, this is game 1 too. Remember that time people hated black-green so much our fringe deck took splash damage? Yeah, I have Tribunal, I guess, but like, I wanted to crack the Memorial and then like use the Tribunal with the tokens. Like, we're not dead, we're just in a much worse spot than we otherwise would be. Yeah, imagine if I had a second Wildgrowth Walker because I hadn't messed up. Like, the only reason this game is close is because I made a really terrible block. Yep. Yeah, I'd have been like plus 20 health there if I had the second Wildgrowth Walker from not messing up. Come seal away, come seal away, come seal away with me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Do I trim History of Benalia here? I almost think I want to trim History. So if I pay for the Spell Pierce, so the reason why I conceded, if I pay for the Spell Pierce, I can't crack the Memorial, which means I can't gain health, which means I then have to exile one of their flyers, which means I then can't take the Tecatli Honor Guard off the table, which means I can't explore anymore, and I'm going to die. So I could pay 2 there, but I'm losing the game. I can no longer win the game. So that's why I conceded. I conceded because while I could pay 2 for the Spell Pierce, I could no longer execute my plan, but would allow me to win the game. So we didn't concede because it was countering the thing. We conceded because we could no longer activate the thing. Sounds real good. I might keep that on top. Hopefully this Jadelight Ranger repels us into some lands. We just get to go 2, 3, 4, 5. What's going on, Lapis? Tecatli game 1 is pretty brutal. No play turn 1, turn 2 is great for us. Sweet, we hit the rest of our lands. I'm actually gonna bin that, I think. Do you have a seal away? You do not. God bless. History, sure. We can see it, Caboose Man. If your chat comes up on the screen, everyone can see it. What if I attack with these two? Is that a good attack? I don't think so. They could double block this. I'm just gonna hold tight. Twitch chat is having some issues today on Twitch's end. It's not your fault. Folks wondering.
Hold that thought.
I just alpha here. I kind of want to just do this. So I can activate Shalai. They could like eat this for free, but then they take 10, 13. If I attack with everything and they block this, this, and this, they then take 6, 8. I don't think I can afford to play around Seal Away here. I think I need to just get the game done. If I attack with everything and they double here, single here, they take 10, 14, and die. Figure it out. I don't know. I don't know. Figure it out. I'm attacking. It's not my job to figure it out. Alright, I'm gonna assume that was correct. The Hugel Stoneforge Mystic emote, SMF stands for Stoneforge Mystic, which is a card that's banned in Modern. And the picture there depicts Stoneforge Mystic behind bars because she's unjustly prisoned. Yep. Land. Land. Alright. I believe this is what the kids would refer to as doing it, chat. That one can stay right there. Don't mind me just gaining 12. Half a year. Just go with Kura like a dog is a cur than a Kura. What's going on, Kura? Thanks for the 6 months. I appreciate the half a year. Welcome back. I watched Letterkenny. I don't know who that is or what that is. Don't know about you, but I'm feeling 32. Got him. Got him. This engine feels like really powerful. Just really classic. Sign me up. We need March. I could see March being okay. I don't know. March is really clunky, though, when you're not already winning, so I could see March just being a win more card. Well, and if every deck feels powerful as anything powerful, honestly, that's the sign of a good format. Like, one of the things I've talked about before on this channel is that people complain about so many different things in the standard format because so many things are great. Almost half a year and Arena still doesn't suck. What's going on, Life Guardian? Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. I was gonna think about changes, but I'm kind of into what this deck is doing at the moment. So I usually only make changes if I have something meaningful to do, and I don't feel like I have any meaningful changes to make at the moment. Looking for a white source. To finish my thought, one of the things that makes Max Standard so awesome right now is there's so many individually powerful things. Is Vivien shooting? I think Vivien's shooting history here, right? It like prevents the buff and it stops the 2/2. Seems like a fair trade. Yeah, we were featured on the front page of Twitch for about 2 hours this morning, streamer, and then a bunch of people were wonderful and decided to stick through. That's unfortunate. That's going to be able to attack my Vivien here. Hopefully we find a Shalai of our own.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Branchwalker. Okay, so my second white or my Branchwalker. I think I'd rather have Branchwalker, honestly. Easy attack. We're gonna lose Vivien this turn, which kind of sucks, but Tristani could help us take over the game potentially. If we find a path, we'll be in a good spot. Woof. Very, very good.
I'm a survivor.
All right, let's lead on this and see where we end up at. Okay. Okay, so you're saying there's a chance. So I have 7 mana. So if I hold off on this history, I can go path into history next turn, which seems appealing. And I'm at 29, so like both our health totals are just headed in the upward direction. Something 9 months. What's going on, Lapis? Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. For the tokens, do you sign the front or the back of them? Whichever you prefer. Usually I sign the front though. Both players have had very good curves this game. That's a touch unfortunate.
Let's tear this way. Balance comes.
That's unfortunate. That's gonna kill enchantments. Oh gosh. Deal. I think I'm attacking everything into Vivien here. I think if I keep the path on the table, I win this game. So they get a couple of free eats, but Vivien is dead. Wonder if they have another Vivien in their hand. It's like, this is like Wildgrowth Walker v. the world. Alright, they have another Vivien. It's unfortunate.
How this thing goes is up to you, pal. That can't help you now.
What mythic cards should you invest in before the new set? You should invest in the cards that you would enjoy playing Magic the Gathering with. And past that, if you mean invest, like to speculate on and make money, I'd recommend checking out the stock market. That's how adults make investments. Invest in wild cards. There's some A+ advice. I think we're dead here, right? These angels are just gonna destroy us in the air. Let's get another Vivien in my deck. Jeff's attitude and perspectives are perhaps the best part of the stream. I'm just honest. I just let you know how I really feel. Should I invest my grandma's retirement funds in virtual Magic cardboard? Listen, between Artifact and Magic the Gathering Online, I think you should dump all of your savings into those two applications. What could possibly go wrong there? They probably have conclaves of their own, right? So Night of Autumn's good. They also have History of Benalia, we know. Seal Away's a little clunky. Isn't Artifact already dead? Yeah, that's the joke. That's the joke. I guess my histories aren't that impressive. It feels weird to be cutting that card, but like they just get outclassed in these mid-range matchups. I want to say thanks for the article you wrote on how to get MTGO and stuff set up on Linux. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Moto runs well. I do all my streaming from a Linux system, so whenever you see me playing Magic Online on stream, it's pretty much on a Linux setup. I'm going to hit a huge number of viewers on Wednesday. My viewer count on Wednesday is probably going to be incredibly low because I plan to stream Magic Online while everybody else is doing the streamer pre-release event. Keeping a tapped land on top here feels bad, but like it's better than missing, I think. It's better than gambling. It's funny, Christy and I were talking the other day, and I was like, this is just like a really strange timeline where like Magic the Gathering is the potential future of card game esports, but I'm not complaining. Why don't I stream the pre-release event on Arena? Because honestly, even if I streamed the pre-release event on Arena, my numbers would likely be bad just because of the saturation of good players and streamers that are all going to be streaming on Wednesday. And if I'm gonna have bad viewer numbers and I don't like best of one, like, You know, just like, it's like two negatives that don't really add up to make a whole lot of sense. I do this weird thing where I play Magic to have fun, and I don't have fun playing best of one. I find it very frustrating. I find best of one about as fun as closing my hand in a car door. It's right up there with limited for me. It's just not my cup of tea. And don't get me wrong, if you enjoy best of one, you should go enjoy it. Don't let my non-enjoyment of something impact you. But I personally just think life's too short to spend time on my games not being fun for me. Nah, there's gonna be a bunch of people doing constructed Ryome. And that's not strictly how Twitch viewers work. Like, streaming while there's a high saturation of other people going on generally means the numbers are gonna be bad.
See in yourself what I see in you.
Yeah, but so here's the thing. Streaming Magic Online always has a bad viewer count regardless of when I do it. So I might as well stream it when the viewer count's gonna be bad regardless. Just makes the most sense, right? Like, if regardless of what I stream, the viewer count's gonna be low, might as well take that time to do Arena then especially. Or Magic Online then especially. Alright, if I attack with everything here, I kill their Ajani, but their Ajani's worth less than my Vivien, right? So I don't want to offer that trade. Oh, you know what? I should attack with just Wildgrowth Walker, so they have to choose between this knight and their Ajani. I plan to use my credit card to buy packs, and what are your thoughts if I choose copies of cards before? Yeah, but before Alkalol. Because once you have copies of those cards, you won't be able to craft them anymore.
More than you assume.
No, I think variety is important, Loma. I've been taking less Magic Online submissions, and I raised the price of Magic Online submissions a little bit to make up for the fact that the viewer count is lower while I do it. But I don't hate all of Modern. In fact, I've basically just started rejecting the Modern decks that I really don't like. Whereas before I kind of suffered through some of them to like have enough numbers in the queue.
The wilds are my shield.
But now if I look at a deck and go, that's gonna be a dumpster fire, I just say no. Like once upon a time, I literally just accepted any deck that someone submitted with $50 or more. I've rejected a number of decks with that submission amount in the last couple of months now, since we started doing Arena. Yeah, you're basically turning those wild cards into Vault Progress. Yeah, I'm gonna stream the pack opening. I plan to be live streaming Magic Online Thursday morning before the Arena update goes live. So Thursday morning I'm gonna do one Magic Online League and then we'll roll into Arena.
You can't stop nature.
Wildgrowth Walker could be worse. They did not fix the 5th card issue. I've got huge tracts of land. Guy who reanimated Tristani versus CBF. Yep. Alright, well that one's gotta go.
I will lend you my strength.
Oh, they're like really big first strikers. Oh, they're attacking with these two. Gross. If I do this, this is 12, 18. I go to 1. I gain 2. I'm gonna do this. Probably dead here. Yeah, I think we're pretty done here. I think I need to plus. I have to shoot this though too. I guess I'm not just dead. I can shoot their flying creature, and then I could make tokens here. So if I make tokens, that leaves me 3 mana. So I can Conclave Tribunal their big one and then make tokens to chump block. They announced their economy update that is coming. Rares and mythics give 20 and 40 gems. Wait, so they're not changing it so you just can't open them? They're doing something different? Both. How does that work? Oh, for draft? For draft? Wait, is the economy update coming in the update this week? Is this week the economy update? That is awesome. That is fantastic. It is one of the most pressing things regarding Arena, and I'm really glad to see them addressing it so soon.
Strength is born of struggle.
Ranked best of 3 too. I am so excited for ranked best of 3. The better part about ranked best of 3 is I get to just like take my middle fingers and throw them in the air and wave them like we just don't care for all those silly people who are acting like the sky was falling because of best of 1. This attack's actually pretty good for us here, right? Like, my Vivien's keeping us in the game. My Wildgrowth Walker gets to make sure Ajani doesn't ult this turn. I hit an Explorer creature to buffer my health total here. Yeah, let's do it. I think we're actually winning this game now. Opponent's drawn a couple too many lands. We've also drawn a lot of lands, but we have Vivien dragging us through. That's not a bad idea. When we're done with this deck, we can watch the YouTube video together on stream. That sounds nice. Yeah, Lapis, they feature all the people that are streaming Magic on there. Nick Moniker, thank you for the 5-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Family movie night. Man, if this finds another Explorer creature, Wildgrowth Walker stabilizes hard. Ooh. Ooh. Found a piece of candy. Yoink. Boop. I can't believe we made it back from that board state either, honestly. Triggers. Oh, yeah. Inject the 1/1 counters directly into my veins, please. I'm becoming irritated. What an apt voice line for the board state that has occurred. What a... Oh, no, not Lyra. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, do I trade... Do I trade this? I should just plus this again, right? Did I just plus this? How many Jadelights am I through? There's 2 Jadelights and 2 Branchwalkers. Do I shoot Lyra? Like, I can't really attack, right? Do I win? Are they dead? I haven't done the math. Are they dead? They're probably dead. They block here. And they take 9, 12, 15... And they're actually exactly dead. Look at that. Look at that. This is 9, 15, 16, 20. Yay. Oh, no! Oh, no! Not first strike! It's my greatest enemy. First strike. It's fine. It's fine. Listen, okay? Listen, math is for the blocker, and they passed the math test. Our opponent would probably be very good at Artifact because they passed the math test. I'm not attacking with everything. I'm going to play around Settle the Wreckage. I'm going to play around Settle, okay? Everybody calm down. We're playing around Settle. And watch us get, like, March of the Multitudes or something here. Oh! We are the very best, like no one ever was. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. God bless us, everyone. And then there was a third game. Boop. Boop. I'm honestly impressed with our deck. I can't believe we got out of the second game. I can't believe we got out of the second game. That's fantastic. A plus. Are you Lucio booping? I just bounce around. Like, that's one of the biggest upsides to having a standing desk is like when I sit in a chair, I'm a leg bouncer. I flick my cards, you know, just like lots of different nervous ticks to expel energy. So like getting to stand lets me do that very easily. They've mulliganed to 5. The stand is very good with a couple of lands. Look at that. Look at that. My opponent's flowering into a beautiful deck. What a beautiful curve you're flowering into, opponent. They said look at that, perfect. They said they posted a YouTube video. We're gonna watch the YouTube video together as a family here in a second. One big Twitch family. Fantastic. Alright, double history versus double Wildgrowth Walker. I think double Walker. Excellent. Excellent. That one can stay right there. Triggers. 29 months, and Watsy got me a great present. Thank you for the 29 months, Griffin Bruce. Welcome back. Now, I don't want to shill and watch a movie. That's too much non-magic for me. I am going to have to change my settings so you can hear my YouTube video audio, though. It's a little weird. Alright, Jadelight. Grow, my children. Grow. Hey, could you imagine if these cards were bad, like Tarmogoyf? Elevator going up. They do have Settle Up. I am not going to attack with both walkers. I'm only going to attack with one here. Actually, do I even attack with one? I'm going to attack with Jadelight. Leave the walkers back. I don't think I'm okay trading Jadelight for 2 tokens. Yes, yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday are both Magic Online days this week. I want to get in a bunch of Modern and Legacy before I dive first to doing a ton of Standard only content. When the new set drops, we're gonna be doing all Standard for like 3 or 4 days. They like Cleansing Nova here. Wow. Really? That's interesting. I think because they're at 20, I'd rather get Vivien going before I play the Tristani. Just to like get my card advantage going. They attacked because the attack was free, because they were cleaning the board anyways. So if they're gonna cast the Wrath anyways, they might as well see if I'm not gonna block.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Oh, I messed up. I could have gone Wildgrowth Walker, Convoke this, play Merfolk Branchwalker. So small sequencing mistake on my part here. That being said, I have active Vivien, so it probably doesn't. Yes, it does matter. It matters. It matters a lot, in fact, because I can't do a thing here. Woof. Woof. Alright, well, I'm gonna play the Branchwalker out. because next turn I'm gonna start activating Shalai. So I'm missing 3 points of health in a 1/1 counter because of my mistake. Please forgive me.
Striking is time.
Bye, friends. Bye, friends. All right, let's watch a video together, shall we? Let's watch some TV. All right, I think you're gonna hear the YouTube video. I'm not sure how loud it's about to be.
Hello everybody, I'm Chris Clay, and today I'll be talking to you about the January update to MTG Arena. We'll be going over bringing Ravnica Allegiance to the game, duplicate protection, and changes we'll be making to Ranked in Preseason 2. Alright everybody, now we're going to talk about duplicate protection, which is probably what you're here for. When you're opening up cards in the booster chamber, we're going to use duplicate protection to ensure that when you're opening up a mythic or a rare, that you're obtaining a card from that set that you don't already own. When you do own all of the cards from a set, if you open up a rare or a mythic, we're going to turn it into gems. You'll receive 20 gems for a rare and 40 gems for a mythic. In limited events, duplicate protection will not apply when you're opening up limited boosters. When you open up the boosters for either your sealed or limited run, once you have opened those cards or selected them in a draft, they will convert over into gems if they're a rare or mythic, or vault progress if they're commons and uncommons that you're obtaining 5th copies of. What we're hoping all of this does is if you're a person who prefers playing limited events, you're going to be able to play more of them, and if you're somebody who's looking to complete their collection, then you will be able to collect cards for the collection more rapidly. With these changes, weekly rewards, daily rewards, the wildcard track all remain unchanged. The contents of the vault at this time also remain unchanged, though we're looking to play around with that in the future. One of the things that will be changing with the January release is the reward structure for constructed events. The number of individual card rewards will not be changing, but the upgrade rates will. For more information about those changes, you can read about it in an article linked below. Ravnica Allegiance adds 273 new cards to MTG Arena, along with 5 new guilds: Azorius, Rakdos, Gruul, Simic, and Orzhov. Each guild brings a new keyword, which you can learn more about in the descriptions below. Starting on January 17th, you'll be able to open Ravnica Allegiance packs in the store and play sealed Ravnica Allegiance. Starting on January 18th, Traditional Draft will switch to Ravnica Allegiance. On January 25th, a special Ravnica Constructed event will let you build decks from Guilds of Ravnica and Ravnica Allegiance. On February 1st, Ravnica Allegiance will come to Ranked Draft and Preseason 2 will begin. Thank you everybody for your participation and feedback on our first Ranked preseason. Starting February 1st, we'll be going into our second Ranked preseason, and the biggest change is for Constructed, you will be able to rank up through Best of 3 play. The limited event will also be seeing a change in that we're going to adjust the matchmaking, so initially it will pair you based on your win-loss record, and then it will look at your rank to determine if it is a proper pairing. We hope you enjoy all these changes as we go into Preseason 2 in preparation for our first actual season of Ranked. As with all of our updates, there are a ton of little details that we can't cover here. Look for all of those in the patch notes, and I hope you are all looking forward to Ravnica Allegiance. I'll see you in the game.
I would just like to start my thoughts on having watched that with my I told you so's are here for anybody that would like them. So all of the obnoxious people that wanting to write clickbait articles about best of 1 being the only future and how we're getting rid of best of 3. And I was over here saying, but wait, maybe we should just wait and the sky's not falling and it's just the first ladder preseason and there's more updates coming and they're just pressed for time. Maybe that was correct. Maybe that was correct and we're getting best of 3 in this next update for the ladder. That sounds great. They're addressing the 5th card problem. They're giving us ranked best of 3 for the ladder. those are like my two biggest complaints. That was fantastic, and it's great to see them not only responding, like the Arena team's been very good about responding to user feedback, I think, but the fact that they were able to get this implemented so quickly is really huge. It's really a big deal. Like, talking about things and like getting the software development actually done are like two very different things. So here's all the details on what he just talked about. I linked it there. I'm not going to scroll through more. I want to make sure we spend time playing more Magic together. But they did not mention, let me just Control F for retroactive. They did not mention a retroactive fix. So hopefully they are going to look back and give folks something based on the number of times that you've opened the vault, but they are addressing it for the future, and much sooner than I thought. Like, when a company says that something's going to be done in Q1 2019, I was expecting a fix for the 5th card issue in like April. So the fact that they're addressing that in January is a really big deal. Correct, yes. I was thoroughly expecting the 5th card to not be addressed until April at the earliest. Yeah, that's the joke. When a company says Q1 2019, it means Q2 or Q3 2019 most of the time. That's what that means. Yeah, next year sounded like November. Yeah, Q1 2019 for large American corporations is actually Q1 2020. Completely agree. All right, I think I'm gonna be done with. We played a bunch of the green-white Explore deck. We didn't. So to give a quick wrap on what this is doing, we've had a lot of people working really hard to get ready for RNA. So props to Claylee and everybody else. Definitely, fantastic. Shout outs to all of them. As far as this deck is concerned, I was really like, this card's really messed up. Like, this card's messed up on its own, and the fact that like Path of Discovery makes it more messed up was quite fantastic. We never got to see Shadowed Caravel, but the fact that like this card's similar to like another Wildgrowth Walker, like as close as we could get, seems reasonable. But we actually never drew this card, so I don't know if it's actually good, bad, or otherwise or not. It's funny that we started this set of games by talking about Carnage Tyrant and talking about it being weird. Sub-gifts do let you bump things in the queue, Isha. Just let me know. I actually was kind of unimpressed with Carnage Tyrant when we drew it. In fact, there were multiple times we like had the Explore engine going, and I just like drew Carnage Tyrant, and I was like, this kind of sucks. So honestly, one of the changes I'd probably make to this is I'd slide this in the board and play the extra Vivien Reid in the main, because like Vivien Reid increasing the density at which we find Wildgrowth Walker in the Explore creatures is really good, in addition to the other random utility that she has. Green-white versus green-black. You don't gain that many Explore creatures, right? You don't, I don't know. I definitely have to see that. You'd love to bump Narset Cannon? Definitely, Isha. Thank you for the support. All right, let's do, I want to do one. I think I'm only going to do one more deck. And we're still over 2,500 people. We'll probably do 2 more decks today. Let's play some Grixis Tempo. If the numbers stay good, we'll play the last 2. Get the standard queue almost completely done before we dump a bunch of new stuff in it. I hope y'all aren't bored of Thief of Sanity Thought Erasure decks. This is another Thief of Sanity Thought Erasure deck. I might always accept Thief of Sanity Thought Erasure decks because, like I mentioned earlier, I think there's really something to be had about these 2 cards. Good Magic formats are a blast. They're a lot of fun. One of the nice things that Carnival dodges Cleansing Nova, and the other side is that you have Conclave, you want to destroy them. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I could definitely see that being the case. It's good against sweepers. Like I said, I was really surprised at how, what's it called?